Yo, what's good, everybody? It's your boy Steph from the High Moon Podcast. So I'm all for player criticism, but did Brian Windhorst go too far in his scathing criticism of Luka Doncic after Game 3, right? The Mavs are down 0-3. Okay, look, I had the Mavs winning in 6. Definitely been wrong on that. Looks like the Boston Celtics are going to win their championship, so kudos to Jaylen Brown, Derek White, Al Horford, all the guys. Jason Tatum, Jason Tatum's a good player, great player. Doesn't do it for me, but it don't matter at this level. When you get to the championship round, you can't be the reason why your team loses. And Jason Tatum has been doing his job. I believe he's been leading in rebounds and everything like that. So good for him, But big talk is Luka complaining with the officials in this game, and ESPN's Brian Windhorst had just some strong words, man. And is it fair, right? I mean, is Luka in that category now where he is deserving of this level of criticism despite him being such an elite player, right? I'm going to play a clip of what Windhorst had to say on Sports Center. So let's get to it.
Fell onto the ground there in an unacceptable position to put himself in with 4 minutes left with 5 fouls, and then immediately looks at the bench and says, "You better bleeping challenge it," as if it's the bench's fault that he just made a terrible play. I'm standing here in the Mavericks tunnel. Over there is the Celtics tunnel. That's where the winners are. If Luka's ever going to be a winner coming out of this tunnel here, he is going to have to use what's happened in this finals as a learning experience. His defensive performance is unacceptable. He is a hole on the court. The Celtics are attacking him. They are ahead in this series because they have attacked him defensively. And you've got a situation here where Luka is complaining about the officiating. They have begged him. They have talked with him. They have pleaded with him. He is costing his team because of how he treats the officials. He's a brilliant player. He does so many things well. They are here because of how he did. His performance in this game is unacceptable, and the reason why the Mavericks are not going to win. He's got to get over this. And the fact that he came out after the game and blamed the officials showed me he's nowhere close yet. So maybe over the summer, somebody will get to him because nobody with the Mavericks or anybody else in his life has. And that's where the Mavericks are at this point. They're never going to get to this tunnel with the trophy if he doesn't improve those aspects of his game.
Wow. Strong, man. Strong. And listen, I mean, just kind of hard to argue against what he said, right? Luka, if he's gonna be better defensively, in my opinion, he's gonna have to lose some weight. He's gonna have to trim the fat and lean out with some good muscle, just so he can be a little more nimble, right? I mean, the little injuries and stuff like that here and there that he's been getting, a little aloof on defense. I know he's played a little bit better, but I know he's not a gym rat, but I'm not saying he has to be really fit like LeBron. Interesting comparison. But I think, a better diet, shedding about maybe, 20, 25 pounds of fat, try to regain that weight back through some muscle, right? Oh, man. I mean, that's tough, man. And, you talk about being the winners, if he wants to come out that winner's tunnel and stuff like that. I mean, yeah, this is a learning lesson for Luka Doncic, right? This is his first finals, right? Very reminiscent of LeBron James getting swept by the San Antonio Spurs. Much more experienced team. But I think, look, not to make this about LeBron James, right? But would he have been this critical of LeBron James? Was he this critical back then of LeBron James in that finals? Was he this critical of LeBron James in the the 2010, I believe it was the Eastern Conference Finals, where it looked like LeBron James pretty much gave up on the Cavaliers before he jetted out to Miami, right? So I'm not knocking the criticism, but the messenger here, I have some questions about. I don't have anything against Brian Windhorst, but this was strong, and he was valid in his criticism, right? Luka has to stop the complaining. He has to get better on defense. I know he's been putting up some really good numbers. Really wasn't that efficient tonight, as you can see. 11 from 27 from the field, God, right? Is this criticism fair, though, right? Is it fair coming from Brian Windhorst, right? I haven't heard him criticize a player to this degree at this level of competition since I can remember. Maybe there's clips out there, I don't know, right? But is he in that range now? I know everybody's praised Luka. I praise Luka, feeling like this was his championship to lose. And right now, the way he's been complaining, how he got caught up in that foul, and like you said, challenging it, that was a dicey way to challenge, that call. I don't think Dallas would have won it, and of course they didn't. So it was a waste of a timeout. Yeah, man, just a lot of problems in this series that the Boston Celtics presented. Is it really all on Luka though, right? I mean, that's a big task. I mean, for the first 2 games, where was Kyrie though, right? Would we really be talking about Luka Doncic in this manner if Kyrie had really stepped up in either game 1 or game 2, right? So right now, it's not, you're not gonna get a lot of pushback. Brian Windhorst is not gonna get a lot of pushback because of this criticism. Considering where the Dallas Mavericks are in this series, being down 0-3. But I mean, is it fair coming from him, right? I mean, we got to talk about being consistent here. And Luka Doncic is a superstar, multiple All NBA player, right? He said it, he's gonna have to learn from this. But damn, though, man. I mean, did we have to lay it on thick? I'm not even a Luka fan, but I respect his game, and he does have to tone down on the whining and complaining. But let's be consistent. If you're gonna flame him up like this, right? I mean, where was the criticism? Was it the criticism this strong for Jason Tatum in his blunders in the finals 2 years ago? Right? There was some, but I don't remember one being this strong though, man. So that's tough. Maybe Brian Windhorst, he's a LeBron guy. So, and there's been some comparisons with Luka and LeBron, and maybe is this a real dig at Luka, in a way, or just a chance to really embellish the truth? You're not gonna get pushback because when we see it, he's right, but it seemed like there's a little extra hot sauce, right? And I don't recall it being like this in 2011 for LeBron from Brian Windhorst, or in 2010, right, for LeBron. I'll talk about 2011 in the finals against the Dallas Mavericks, and then in 2010 against the Boston Celtics, right? So interesting remarks coming from him particularly, man. Y'all let me know what y'all think. If you have a problem with it, or you think it's perfectly fine, it's fair what he said, you have no issues with Brian Windhorst himself saying these things. So anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe. I'm out.